How do you form a team? And no doubt this week you'll hear a different way of doing it. So I'm just going to tell you our perspective. We didn't invite anyone to join us, and as far as I know, no church that we have planted has invited anyone to join us, and South West London Vineyard didn't either. So we prefer the route of saying, God, would you please send us the right people, and would you tell them, so we don't have to persuade them and then have to look after them in their first 2 years of hell, owing them our very lifeblood, because they've given up so much in order to help us. So I talked to some pastors who had taken teams, and some of them said the worst thing, the most draining thing about this church plant has been the team I took. And I said, what do you wish they would have known and been really clear about before they went? And they'd tell me stuff. So I wrote it down. And I talked to some team members who'd gone, it hadn't worked out, and I said, what do you wish you really had profoundly understood before you went? And they said this, this, and this. And they were common themes. So before we went, there were a number of people saying, we'd love to come with you. And we said, well, we're going to have a meeting at our home, and we're going to talk about what it'll be like, and we're going to talk through some of the issues. And so I wrote a paper called 10 Things Worth Knowing Up Front. And that's the paper that's sitting at the door. If you want to take it, it's 18 years old, it's to the context, but if it's helpful for you, it basically lays out the value of a team, but it also talks about the issues. So one of the key things that people experience is loneliness. They go with a group, there's 8 people, they're going to be best mates with the pastor, this new church planter, and then the church planter's not actually paying any attention to them while they're redundant, haven't got a job yet and suffering for it and so on, because that person's outward looking to the people in the new context, making friends. But I thought we were your friends. No, we're all here. Remember to plant a church, to be outward looking. So things like loneliness are a key issue that both sides need to understand, that the church planter has enough on his or her shoulders without having to pay a price that they owe to every person who came. That's between them and God.